Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel today. Before I move any further, you know exactly what I'm going to do. If you have not already done so, please be sure to subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, please be sure to hit like. If you want updates anytime I post new content, be sure to bell me wherever the bell is. I do this every time. I still don't know where it is. I think I would know. And if you are interested in reading the blog for this particular video, you can always check that out on my website at www.shikahenley.com. So just sit back and stay tuned so I can talk about self-care. Okay. So I decided to talk about self-care today. I never actually talk about self-care. I talk a lot about how to organize yourself and how to keep yourself together as you're moving through just life and adulting, as being an entrepreneur, a grad student, or educator, as I call myself, or just any of those other things. But one thing that is really, really important is that you are really trying to just, worry about yourself, as the little girl said in this super cute viral video. But we really need to take the time to make sure we're taking care of ourselves, because no matter how well organized we are, how many things we are putting in place, the systems we have in place, if we aren't taking care of ourselves, eventually you're just going to shut down, which is essentially why I also hadn't had videos up for a long time, because I wasn't really working on self-care. I was too busy trying to get all these other things done. So I just want you to stay tuned, and I'm going to talk to you about some things that I have tried in the past. Some have been successful, some I haven't been able to continue, but things that might work for you for just self-care, just making sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay, number one is a lot. Number one is one that you hear a lot: get moving. And so a lot of people are like, go to the gym, work out. I will be the first to tell you I hate the gym with a passion. No matter what, I hate the gym. I don't like super active things. But I have actually recently, a lot of people know, I have just had this newfound love for riding a bike. So I've just committed to, I ride my bike to work, and I ride my bike to places that are close to my house, like if I just need to go run to Target or something like that. But what I've noticed is in doing that, and it's just been maybe a month and a half or so, it's just had a dramatic I've seen a dramatic improvement in just how I feel and just how I'm interacting with others. So you really have to think about things that you might be able to do that will help you be moving. So maybe it might be rollerblading, it might be swimming, it may be lifting weights. That's actually secretly a thing I like to do a lot, but I don't do as much, but I do enjoy doing it. But just make sure you're getting yourself moving, get the blood pumping, do something outside, get some fresh air, interact with your neighbors. But that is such a simple thing. It's such a simple thing that I've committed to, that has just, like I said, dramatically improved just how my outlook on things and how I interact with people throughout the day. Okay, number two, Coco is now in the video because she was barking at things like squirrels and things. She hears them, you see her. But number two is take lunch. And so what I mean by take lunch is not, bring a bag lunch, which I have nothing against. I do that every day. Well, I was doing that every day. Most teachers do that often because you don't leave the building. But one thing I noticed was last year I rarely took an actual lunch. Like I rarely left the building to go just eat, or I just really ate and wasn't working as I ate. So this year I've just committed to actually taking lunch, to sit down, to eat lunch, and not being interrupted as I'm doing so. Because I have the luxury of working very close to where I live, I actually hop on my bike and I ride home, and I sit on the couch and I eat lunch off of a plate, and I watch some TV, and then I go back to work. And that thing alone helps you to just kind of re-energize as you re-enter the building, or you do some, you get back to work. So it may be something as simple as you take a bag lunch, you sit outside and you eat it, and you just, look at your Instagram. But just do take some time for yourself during the day that's just your time, so that you can just kind of relax and just decompress from your day. Okay. Number three is meditate. So meditation was something that I tried at the end of last school year. So what I did was I downloaded an app, and it was literally like 5 minutes. It wasn't like, I have to sit and meditate for 30 minutes. And you'll find that meditating actually takes a lot more patience and energy than you realize. But what I would do was I set it up in a time that was easy for me to do. So it was the first thing I did in the morning. I woke up and I set the timer, and I went through the exercises. It was 5 minutes, first thing in the morning. And doing that helped me to kind of reset and decompress when I was like really stressed out. Because anyone who works in the school knows that the beginning of the school year is just like the worst, and the end of the school year is just the worst. And so it was super stressful. And so that was the thing that I was doing to help me just decompress. So if you haven't started meditating, you can meditate, and there's so many different things you can access for meditation. There are tons of YouTube videos. There are tons of apps. It's really easy to. It's very accessible. And I mean, doing it was very helpful. So it's something that I would suggest that you try as well. Okay, number four. Number four is gonna sound bananas, but it is sleep. And so I know when you're really busy or you're really stressed out, or if you're a person like me, I'm a night owl. I won't sleep because I work best at night. But if you have a lot to do, I'm also a person. If I have a lot to do, I will not sleep and try to get everything done. But one thing that I have committed to doing is just going to sleep at night. And I know that it's not something I necessarily do every day because legitimately I am still trying to, get a dissertation together. Um, a CTA bus right there because I live in the city. But I'm working. I'm a grad student trying to get a dissertation together and deal with comps. I'm still working full time in a school. I'm still building a business and maintaining a blog and a vlog. But I do just have moments where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff to do, and I just say, you know what? I need to get some sleep because if I don't get any sleep, I'm not going to be able to do whatever it is that needs to be done because my brain is going to be fried. So again, it's not something, and I hate that life is that way, but it's not necessarily something that I do every night. I'm just like, forget it. I'm going to get 8 hours. That would be amazing. But I do shut things down. I'm just like, okay, a lot of stuff is going on. You need to get in bed and just whatever you haven't gotten done today, it'll have to be left for tomorrow. Unless it's just something that's super dire, which is most instances it really isn't. It's something I can't knock out the next day. I'm just really worried about it. So if you aren't getting any sleep, you need to start getting sleep. Okay, so number five. Number five is to just take a day to yourself. So what I have started committed to doing is just taking Saturdays to myself. And again, I know you can't necessarily take every Saturday in the month because there are just so many things you need to do. Like I know I run a small business, and so weekends are when I do trainings because I can't necessarily do them during the week. Um, but I have just committed to like some Saturdays, I'm just taking them to myself. I am relaxing. I am, not thinking about work and all the things that I have to do, but I'm really just making sure that I've taken some time to just relax and take some time to myself. So if you aren't taking time to yourself, you really need to just take some time so that you can just do the things you like to do, go places you like to go, sit at a coffee shop and just have coffee, if that's all that you want to do, but that's okay. Take that time to get that done. Okay, number six. So number six is a gift and a curse. So things are super accessible to us because of just apps. Like you have mail apps, you have like Slack. Slack was down once. There was just like this whole thing on LinkedIn, right? But there are all these things that make you super accessible and super available. Um, and so it's great because that means you can always communicate with people. You can always hear back from people. But sometimes that can also become overwhelming. So if you are a really busy person, modify those apps so that you aren't as busy. So as an example, you may just want to like maybe you'll take an email app off of your phone altogether, or maybe like with Slack and with Google Calendar, you can set it so that people can't contact you after a certain time or before a certain time, or they can't set up meetings with you before a certain time or after a certain time. So doing things like that is really kind of honoring and protecting your time so that you are taking care of yourself. So it isn't necessarily 9 o'clock p.m. on a Friday night and you're getting an email or a message or something, and you were out on a date or you were out just relaxing with friends, and now this thing is kind of intruded upon this time. There should have been some self-time for you. So again, like if you haven't done so, you can modify those apps, modify your access to those apps so that you can have some sacred time that's just you. Okay, everyone, and you know what time it is. It is recap time. Coco did so well. She did so well. She's on alert, though. You can see her. She's like, she wants to jump out of my lap and just go bark at squirrels. But Coco, we have to do our recap. So, recap for it, self-care. Number one, get moving. Do something to get the blood pumping or just get some fresh air. Take a walk. Go swimming. Ride a bike. Do something. Number two, be sure to take some lunch for yourself. So, if maybe you can't, you have to work 2 days out of the week. That's okay. Make sure you take 2 where you just go outside and sit on a bench and eat, or if you can't go home or go sit and have lunch outside, at a restaurant or something, go potluck, sit at potluck. Just make sure you take the lunch for yourself. Number 3, meditate. Meditation is very soothing, very calming, and it can be 5 minutes, it can be 3 minutes. It isn't necessarily going to be something that is 30 minutes, and it really can help. You can do it throughout the day, morning, midday, in the evening, anything. It's just got to help you decompress. Number 4, get some sleep. So if you haven't been getting any sleep, sometimes you have to just kind of shut it down and say, you know what, I need to get a good night's rest, and this is going to be that night. Number 5, take a day for yourself. So, maybe it's twice a month, maybe it's every Saturday, whatever it is. But take a day where you're just doing things for yourself, you're doing things that you enjoy doing, being active, visiting family, or it could just be relaxing and doing nothing and watching, binging on Netflix. But just have a day that's just yours alone. And number 6, modify your apps. So if you have apps that make you super accessible, you can modify them so that you are accessible at certain times, or you can modify them so you are accessible on certain days, or you can just delete them off of certain devices altogether so that you aren't necessarily getting interrupted at times that were sacred to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found some of these tips helpful. Again, these are things that I have all done and I've all tried, or I'm currently doing, and I have noticed just improvement in my life and just how I feel about things, especially when things are super stressful. Like I said, if you haven't already done so, please be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, please click like. If you want to get updates anytime I post new content, please be sure to bell me. And if you would like to read the blog for this particular video, you sure can on my website at www.shikahenley.com. Okay, there's a squirrel. I'm going to let Coco just go for what she knows. I'll see you next time. Poor squirrels. Okay.